How's it everyone, and welcome to the South African lawn. Alright Owens, welcome to the lawn, and as you'll see it's maybe a little bit overgrown because I haven't cut in about 8 or 9 days. I was away for a week, but even more obvious than the length or whatever, it's not really overgrown, is the leaves. And I thought, before hacking this lawn back, it is a perfect opportunity to talk about these little things called leaf blowers. And leaf blowers are just probably the thing that absolutely, well, not actually leaf blowers, all power tools and garden equipment gets me very excited. So let's talk about them for a second. All right. So on your right here, we have the Trimtech 2800 watt electrically ESCOM powered leaf blower / vacuum sucker thing, whatever, garden tool. And on your left right here, we have the still BG50 petrol powered by Sasol, right up the road here, powered leaf blower. Let's see who wins in this battle. Pure power. Okay guys, so just a quick word of information. I do not know whether there's a later model of either of these two available, because mainly what I see now in the shops is the BG56. However, I want to talk more about the different concepts of these leaf blowers up against each other. Righto, and so we've got two far different leaf blowers right here, and on paper and in real world, this still BG50 with a 27cc petrol engine absolutely demolishes this 2800 watt electrically powered leaf blower. However, the still retails at around 3,000. I don't know the exact price of each retailer, whereas this one retails for around 500 to 600 rand. So there is an enormous difference in price, and let's see if that price difference actually makes up the value difference. We're going to put them through some real world tests here, blow some leaves. I've got a wit stinkwood here, a white stinkwood, I don't know what the actual botanical name is, that's gooiing leaves at the moment. So we're going to try and displace them to different areas or move them around and see which one does it most effective, and if the extra money is really worth it. Who is this one for? Who is this one for? Let's find out. All right. Right, so I'm going to start with the Trimtech, and it's got 6 power settings, which I always use on the most powerful setting because it gets things done the fastest. I'm not going to use the sucking option. To be honest with you, I don't even know where my bag is because I always blow things around into a corner or something and then pick it up with a rake and a bag or whatever. So I hardly ever use the mulching function where it actually sucks the leaves into the bag. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to keep it at around or just below knee height and walk a straight line and see how many leaves I can actually get out of my way. So this is about a 40mm cut or long grass here, which is quite long. However, it's not dewy. The leaves are quite dry, so when they are wet, it's far more difficult. So let's see how effective this works. Right, so the still is basically warmed up. I hope it's not overpowering my voice. So I'm going to walk just on the left, on my left, your right, and see how much leaves I can move into the camera's area right there. Okay, so it normally takes about a minute for this thing to run 100%. I could hear at the end it started revving up completely. But the clear difference you can see is that the still blows a wider path, whereas the electrical one blows a narrower path. So the main difference, the two things that we compare is the air speed and the amount of air, so the liters of air that actually exits that nozzle. Okay, so what the big difference is, air speed contributes to how well you can clean that area, whereas the amount of air, so more liters, will provide more general power to move more leaves at a single point in time. if that makes sense to you. Okay, so let me talk about the two differences that I've spotted. I've used both of these machines for quite some time. This one I've used for about 3-4 years, and this one I've had for around a year. And the big difference I didn't spot with the actual airspeed. This one creates quite a nice airspeed, maybe due to it having a smaller air exit nozzle here than this one. But the big difference comes into the amount of air that this thing produces is far more than this one. So the liters of air is so much more that you can get the job done so much faster. So that's where the big difference comes in for me. It's not really that airspeed that cleans the surface nice. This one does it just as well. It's just it doesn't have that volume of air to do a lot of that work in more or less the same time as this. All right, so the next test is noise. I'm going to start this one up. So I've got a mic here in my shirt. I'm going to stop talking and then I'm going to hoist them both at full power, and then we'll just hear afterwards in editing, or you listen when you hear the video, watch this video, which one sounds loudest. So to be 100% honest with you, just based on that, that's the first time I've actually done that. This still definitely sounds a little bit louder with that petrol engine revving up. But in all fairness, it's not like this one is such a quiet machine that I can now at 5 AM in the morning leaf blow next to my neighbor's window, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm going to run another strip here down towards the camera and see which one blows the lacquerest. They're both actually doing quite a good job, to be honest with you. So one of the last things I want to talk about is ease of use. How easy are these to use? And just based on the fact that I do not like electrically corded equipment, I'm going to go with this. It's just so much easier to pull out of the storeroom, start it up. This still actually starts up almost first pull every time, and then do my job and put it back. So to be 100% honest with you, that's debatable. If you've got a power tool, petrol powered power tool that gives a little bit of issues, trouble starting, this might be a little bit better. Okay, so that raises the debate on the different brands and different reliability. So I want to know from you if there is a brand of leaf blower that you are not 100% satisfied with or heard some issues with. Please let me know. It gives me such a better idea of what's going on outside of my own yard. I only see my own equipment, I only use my own equipment. So please let me know if you've ever heard of any issues of any of the leaf blowers, so that I've got a better understanding. Gooi them in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you think of them. But based on ease of use, I would go for this one for smaller jobs, even with bigger jobs. This one is quicker to pull out, quicker to start, quicker to get going, and it produces a little bit more power. So I'm going to give this one a win over this one. Right, and now the winner. Which one do you think I will choose? And now we have to keep in mind that this one costs 500, 600 Rand. This one costs around 3,000 Rand. To be 100% honest, this one, the Stihl BG50, is my winner. It just produces more power. It gets my things done quicker. It feels like an easier tool to use. Honestly, not pulling out a 50-meter extension every time because I haven't got sockets everywhere and those type of things. So it's just an easier product for me to use. But if you are in the market to buy a leaf blower, whether you've got something in mind or not, it all depends on what you want to achieve. If you're going to blow a small area every week, every 2 weeks, once a week, every 2 weeks, whatever, and you're blowing dust off pavement, or you're blowing a small piece of lawn, whatever the case may be, and it's not that big, I would honestly say that this is probably a better leaf blower. Taking price into consideration, this being honestly like almost not a tenth, like an eighth or a seventh of the price, this is probably going to provide better money for you. I would say get a tool that you use every day or you really need power on in that scenario. So to be honest with you, it depends on what you want to achieve. If you've got a big yard, I've got a 1,600 square meter yard, and you need to get work done quickly. So honestly, I've got a fairly hectic schedule, so I'm always busy and I've got things on and I'm at church and all those other things. This just works better for me. It gets things done faster, and sometimes, like this lawn is 200 square meters, I need to blow leaves off, and especially I use this a lot on my putting green, to quickly blow off twigs and leaves off the putting green before I mow there. Then I don't have to pull out an electrical cord. So this, in my scenario, works better. So if you've got a plot or whatever, you might even want to think of something bigger than this, getting the job done as fast as possible, saving you all that time. So it really depends, in my opinion, on what you want to achieve. You know, if you've got a small area, then this is probably your winner and you don't have as much blowing to do. If you've got a big area or you want to do everyday tasks fast, then this is probably your winner. So guys, in conclusion, you've got it. You've got all my opinions on it. I love both of these blowers, and to be 100% honest with you, there's also other brands available like Ryobi in the electrical blower department. I actually own a different Ryobi blower as well, which we use down at the coast, and that's a 3,000 watt one. And to be 100% honest with you, it actually works more, it's more powerful. It's only 200 watts stronger, but it feels like it's so much, it almost feels like it's at least a third or a half stronger than this one right here. So there's different stuff on the market. I hope you enjoyed my opinions. If you enjoyed this video, smash into the like button. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers. I hope you have a lacquer day, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers for now. Bye-bye. Incredible how much unspotted dog poop is lying on the lawn. That's probably why my house smells like a broken sewage line. Yeah, man.